It's your boy Pat the Designer back at it again. We got the squad in the building. Yeah.
Gang signs.
Gang signs? We doing gang?
Maybe I shouldn't say that.
I was concerned.
No, this is a very non-gang affiliated podcast. We are trying our best to get sponsors. So, by the way, we have no gang affiliation. We are not gang. We do not gang bang.
Whoa.
It's a line. It's a 50 cent line. Never mind. Keep it moving. Keep it going, Pat.
I'm from the suburbs.
Shout out to the super producer Joel Holt in the back. Y'all already know how we get down, man. It's your boy Pat the Designer, joined by the pettiest man alive, Mr. P Kid. He's actually here.
God,
We can touch it.
God dang, what the heck was that?
Hey, man, we got football.
You are loud.
Football is here, dog.
Hey. This is why I'm always online.
This is why this man don't never come in.
This man is loud.
This is why he don't never come in. This is why he don't vibe with us, man. You really don't rock with us.
No, pause.
Whoa, where was that going?
Wait, long way?
Okay, all right. Okay. So on today's episode, we're gonna do our full-on season predictions for the Chicago Bears. What?
I'm just looking at
you looked aggressive. Why are you here? No, we're gonna do our full-on season predictions. We also got to talk about Bears versus Packers preview, and then our Bears season predictions as a whole. All that and more on today's episode of the Windy City Breeze Sports Talk Daily. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page. We do talk Chicago sports daily on this channel, only channel Talk Chicago Sports. How Chicago talks. Make sure you get in tune with us. How y'all boys doing, man?
Feeling good, man.
Yeah, you awake now?
I mean, I am now.
Everybody better be awake.
I ain't got no choice.
Hey,
you are sitting there just woo.
Like, listen, I don't know why
y'all know the yelling emoji. That's how Pat talks.
I don't know why you be acting like this is brand new.
You don't talk like this on a regular, my G.
You got to bring the energy on the show.
Talk like this when
you got to bring the energy on the show.
I'm with it. That's why we work so well. It's like a yin and yang thing.
Listen,
dog.
let me be
in my phone.
I already know how this is gonna go. When we get the full studio,
I'm gonna sit over there.
Kid's gonna be far away. He gonna have the separate desk like Pac-Man Jones.
It's like, heck no, this man.
Man, let's jump into this, man, because I want to get our 2023 season predictions as a whole. Also want to do Bears Packers week preview. We got all that to get into. We actually got some interesting updates today on the Bears as well. But let's jump into this right away, man. I mean, where are we? What's the feeling right now for how far this team is going to go? What are your thoughts? Not just this team. I said that wrong. I'm going on Bears season predictions already.
Okay.
On who's going to go the furthest this season, I should say. What is our feeling on division winners? What is our feeling on, right? Like, I am intrigued to see where we're going to go with our Super Bowl predictions, our division winners, all of that, man. So let's jump into that real quick. What's your thoughts right now? NFC North. Who's the first team that you got coming out of here? Who's your number one?
I want to bring super producer Joe Holt to the table. Get him in here. He didn't introduce himself at all. I know he's over there trying to be a mad scientist and stuff like that, but he can answer this question. NFC North, who you got?
I'm not trying to be a homer, but I do like the Bears. I think they're the dark horse of actually. I think with Minnesota taking a step back, I don't think the Packers are really contending, and I do think that Detroit is a formidable foe, but I don't know if they're like going all the way.
You think the Packers?
I don't think the Packers make it. It maybe Minnesota's last, and then
Minnesota coming in fourth in your mind.
I think I did. And let me see.
I got Minnesota falling off a cliff. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, I don't have them. I'm looking at them now. I don't think they go that far.
I've got Minnesota falling off of a cliff.
Yeah. I'm not going to sit there and I just think that the moves that the Bears are making.
I did. I can hear us playing somewhere in the world. I can hear it. Was that your computer or your phone?
Well, I turned it off here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be real with you. I do have the Lions winning the division. I got the Lions 10-7. I feel.
Your phone.
Was it?
It's connected to the Bluetooth thing.
Oh, that'll do it.
There you go.
I do have the Lions winning the division. It happens. And personally, I feel like the Bears are a strong
Tell you what,
competitor to come in second.
I'm gonna put your picks up there. There you go.
Oh, look at there. Look at there. We got a hole you dig out here. Yeah, this is kind of how I feel like I got it falling. For me, right, I got Philly number 1, San Francisco number 2. I'm not going to lie to you, though. As I was going through this, I did feel like the NFC was a very, very wide open conference as a whole. Number 3, I mean, you quickly get to the Lions.
Yeah.
And I can't sit here and tell you that the Bears can't beat the Lions. Right? So I think number 3, you got the Lions. Number 4, New Orleans. I feel like Dak Prescott is going to be able to come in there and win the NFC South. Or I'm sorry, Derek Carr going to be able to come in and win the NFC South. Number 5, I got Dallas with Dak, even though I don't feel great about Dallas anywhere. I don't feel great about Dallas anywhere. Number 6 right now, I got Seattle. 7, I do have the Bears sneaking in, and I think that's because the Bears will be number 2 in this division as a whole. I have the Vikings absolutely falling off of a cliff. I have the Packers kind of being where the Vikings are, right, but not being similar to what they were last season, right? That was an 8-9 team. So I'm not sitting here. Right, I don't think that it's crazy to say that the Packers can be 7-10, 6-11, 8-9, somewhere in that range this season, because I don't think that they're going to just regress completely.
I gotta change some things. So the reason why I agree a lot with Pat often, which is, sometimes I be trying to make up stuff, but they don't really work out. So
Right.
I have to disagree on something. One, I think the Vikings are still going to make the playoffs. I don't think they're going to have this far off as a drop that you all think. I think they've actually positioned themselves, as much as we don't like the situation.
Right.
They still got another good receiver to add along with Justin Jefferson. I think Addison is a great addition for him. I think it's another big target for Kirk Cousins, and I think Kirk Cousins can still get them to the playoffs. Now, I'm not saying they're going to win. I said just get there.
Right.
So I do feel like I have to change that. I have to change. I do have Detroit winning. Obviously being up. I do have the Lions. I mean, yeah, you know what I'm trying to say. Vikings being number 2.
You have the Vikings 2.
I have
you
the
have the Bears 3.
I have the Bears 3 and Packers 4.
Okay.
That's the one change I will make. I don't think we make the playoffs, because looking at the Lions schedule, they have the easiest schedule, and looking at how some of the things have shaped up for the Vikings, they may actually have a fighting chance to still win 9 to 10 games.
Yeah.
And if they win 9 to 10 games, compared to the rest of the conference, which I have us splitting that, I think they're going to whoop Green Bay. I think they're going to split with Detroit. I have us actually getting swept by Vikings. Didn't I have us? I have us getting swept, but didn't I have us getting swept by the Vikings?
I don't know where you had us at. I mean, we'll talk about that later as well, but I don't know where you had.
I think I had us getting swept by the Vikings.
See, I've got us.
I don't want to back talk it because I remember I said something. I know we were getting swept by somebody. It wasn't Detroit.
I think you got us getting swept by Detroit.
Okay, maybe it was 1-on-1
or one of them. I don't know, but for me, I think that we'll be able to dominate both sides. And then I look at the AFC side of things, right? Yes, I do have that Jets team, and I want to explain this, right? Because everybody's sitting here. Do you really have the Jets in there? Are you really going with the Jets to win the Super Bowl? There's only been 2 times realistically where teams have been able to come out and add 2 guys who were in the Pro Bowl 2 years before, or within the last 4 years.
And what happened when they did it both times?
The 2000 Ravens, and I want to say it was the Tampa Bay, right? Both times they won that Super Bowl the first year.
You could also say the Rams, right?
No,
just one. They just added 1 Pro Bowl
because what's his name didn't make the Pro Bowl.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, but right, both times. No. But both times, those guys end up winning the Super Bowl that first year. I feel like that is a trend that makes sense for the Jets this year. It's going to be Dalvin Cook and Aaron Rodgers both being added. You had a ton of weaponry there. You literally were a quarterback away. You added a quarterback and a running back. I think that says a lot. I do still have the Chiefs going out there and being the Chiefs. I got them number 1 here. I think Joe got that. He got it right. He got it. Number 2 for the Jets there. And then, I think that the Browns are a sleeper team out here, dog.
I don't know why they're a sleeper team.
I think the Browns are a sleeper team.
I don't know why they're a sleeper team. Listen, y'all all know how I feel about Deshaun Watson. Besides the fact that he was just mad weird, best QB in football. I said, you heard me what I said. Best when he was on the field,
He
best
mad
Q-
weird though.
Mad weird.
He
Don't
mad
get me
weird.
wrong, but when he was
He's mad
playing,
weird, though.
best QB in football.
Yeah.
I said what I said. I stand on it.
Well, my picks, I think because we talked about this, like I was thinking, I think the Bears could actually get in like 10-7. It might be a dogfight. I don't think that the Bears are going to be that far behind. And I mean, I like the Jets. I mean, yeah, Aaron Rodgers coming in, they got one of the top defenses in their conference. I mean, I don't know if New England is really going to make some noise like that. Dolphins don't really scare me, and Buffalo's tough.
Yeah.
So I mean, the Jets, they do have that division. They can win that. I'm looking at, if I'm gonna stay in the AFC,
These are the best team.
I'm looking at the Jacksonville Jaguars should win in the AFC South. No one else scares me. I mean, the Titans should compete, but I'm not looking at them. And then you got the Bengals, the Browns, you got the Ravens, you got everybody in the AFC North. So, and I think Denver gets in on number 7.
Yeah.
So,
I
what's so
love the
funny?
fact that you embrace the super producer part.
Hey man, he named me.
hey, we named super producer Joe, and you was like, I like that. He was like, I like that. Run with that. I like that.
I mean,
I tried to go live on TikTok. That's why I was looking at my computer. It didn't work. They couldn't hear us. So I got to figure that out. I'm irritated by that. But hey, we back in here, man. Appreciate you guys for showing love. No, I think realistically, right, when you look at both sides, and I like Adam's comment, Aaron can't get out of the NFC. Why would he get out of the AFC? I just think that it's the perfect storm of a combination of talent.
Better team. The Jets have a better supporting cast.
Yeah, you've got everything else already there. You literally just added Aaron Rodgers, who I think is still an elite quarterback, who I think is still a top quarterback in this league. So yeah, I'm riding with Aaron that I think that he's going to go to the AFC and be able to be dominant. Shout out to YouTube said that graphic is hard for you, Joel.
Thanks,
Just for
bro.
you. Just for
Appreciate
you.
man.
Just for Joe. Joel sent me this graphic today. He was so proud of it.
No, not that one.
This one right here.
That one,
This one right here.
yes.
Yeah,
He
that
was
one.
so proud of this.
That was tough.
This is amazing.
That's
hey,
tough.
listen, the quality is crazy out here. Baki in the chat. Baki, what's good? Vern in the
What up,
chat. What's
fellas?
good, man?
What up,
Appreciate
D-Dog?
y'all for tuning in and showing love. No, you can't touch it, kids. Stop touching.
I thought this was the one I could touch.
Dang it,
It's
man.
an optical illusion.
Every
I thought it was the one I could
time
touch. What you
this
mean?
man, it is actually. We got to hook up that touchscreen software. That would be cold, wouldn't it? You got to go in there and pick which team you want and throw it on the screen. We have
no.
too much fun.
You're gonna give Joel an idea. He gonna be up all night doing it. That's look. I'm dead serious. He was like, that would be cold.
Perfect. That's exactly what I want. But
Jay
no,
Crit, what's good with you?
Hey man, let us know who you guys think is a serious contender for the Super Bowl. Who do you think is going to go the furthest on this, man? Like,
Yeah, what's the chat got to say?
I mean, I think realistically, when I look at where some of these teams are going to land, I don't think there's going to be a ton of surprises. I think Cleveland is one, like we mentioned, that you bring up that is a major surprise. I do believe that the Bears can sneak in, but I don't think that the Bears sneak in because we're going to feel great about the Bears. Again, I've got them 7th, basically that last wild card spot getting in. Now, does that make us feel a lot better? For sure. Right? If the Bears end up making the playoffs this year, something went right. We had 3 wins last season. If you go to number 7 and make the playoffs this season, you feel a heck of a lot better. But at the end of the day, right, we already know how this is gonna how stuff like this plays out. Now the expectation continues to raise. Can you keep building on that? But at least for this year, I feel good about where this Chicago Bears team is at. And I'm going to be real with you, it was literally because I went through the rest of the NFC and I feel terrible about it.
Mm-hmm.
Like the NFC, I don't know if y'all have actually looked at the NFC, but realistically, it is not good.
You know what's crazy though? I don't have the Cowboys making the playoffs. I got the Giants making the playoffs.
Listen, I wouldn't be shocked.
I got the Giants making the playoffs.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I don't have the Cardinals anywhere near it.
Well, the Cardinals ain't going to have Kyler, so they're basically out of it. But I wouldn't be surprised, realistically.
Can we talk about a few things though?
Sure.
Like realistically,
That's what the
just-
podcast is. We talk about stuff. It'd be weird if somebody just started dancing in the middle.
That's what we're here for.
I thought it was self-explanatory that we were going to be talking about.
All right, here we go.
Was it just me?
Here we go.
Was it just me?
You know what?
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Yeah, read between the lines. I got you.
With that being said, can you, Joe, your graphic, if you don't mind putting that back up,
Mine or Pat?
yours.
Yeah.
This is just a random thought that came to my mind. But this is just to add a little color. We don't have to spend too much time on it. But KC versus Buffalo.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you think that that's a career-defining matchup if that happens? Like, what if Buffalo loses to KC while, let's say, they don't have Chris
That's like
Jones?
what, the fourth time?
Yeah,
right?
Let's say Chris Jones doesn't come back and stuff like that.
Well, I think by here, listen, Chris Jones is gonna come back and play after week 8.
Maybe.
Well,
No,
he
said
he'd be back. He's gonna come back and play after week 8.
But even still,
So you're gonna have Chris Jones, but realistically, right?
Wouldn't
To
that
your
be,
point, Buffalo still should be the better team. Realistically, we're talking about one person,
they up their run
two
game.
people. We're talking about 2 people.
They up their run game.
Yeah.
They still got their weapons. They still have their defense. And KC has been losing a lot of their pieces, and a lot of their coaches and stuff like that because they've been winning, right? That's just what happens in football. Wouldn't that put a really black eye, a real big black eye on their whole like legacy right there? Like, is it just me or is it just this?
No, I think that you do have to talk about the fact that we've talked about Kansas City being the better team.
Mm-hmm.
But Kansas City isn't the better team. They have 2 better players and a better head coach. We think Pat Mahomes is better than Josh Allen. We think that Travis Kelce is better than Dawson Knox.
There he is.
And Andy Reid is better than Sean McDermott. The Bills' defense is better. The Bills' supporting cast around Josh Allen is better. And they don't win. That is a defining moment. That is like it's not a knock to what the Kansas City has accomplished to say that there are teams that I view as the better team. Kansas City was basically the number 1 offense going to the Super Bowl, and they weren't the better team. They just had one guy that made that team better. I think that's what a lot of Bears fans look at when you're talking about a Justin Fields taking that next step. That's what you look at with a Joe Burrow, even though Joe Burrow's got a heck of a supporting cast, but him being able to be successful without the offensive line standing in front of him, still taking 55 sacks a year. You know what I mean? Like, those are the things where you start to ask yourself, okay, how much is the quarterback impacting this team? How much is the quarterback putting into the success of this team? That's where a lot of people look at Justin Fields and say, you got to take that next step. You got to be that next guy, because realistically, we're seeing guys do this when I can sit here and tell you that Josh Allen's got a better team than most. Josh Allen probably in total has a better team than anybody in the AFC.
It might also just be that that's the max of the team. Like, they built it the best they could, and that's the run that this team has. So at least they were competitive to at least get into the playoffs. Like I said, that could be a playoff contender versus a championship contender. So at least they got to that second step versus like where the Bears, I mean, we get these one-offs here every once in a while. We never have consistent, year after year being able to at least contend. Like, so they might have hit their ceiling.
Right. Would you agree that the Bills have a better supporting cast than, let's say, the Browns?
Yes.
Or the Bengals? I don't know about the Bengals.
I think the
Bills have a better defense than the Bengals. They don't have better weapons, but Josh Allen has a better offensive line standing in front of him.
Better line, but he doesn't have a better running game. And he only has one receiver, and they just
got Stephon Diggs basically.
Right. Just
Joe Burrow got 3 receivers, 3 legit receivers.
I mean, listen, can you make guys work who aren't superstar level receivers if you got time to stand in the pocket? That's really what it comes down to, right? Like, here's the thing. We see, I mean, we go into last season, Pat Mahomes has a struggling offensive line at times. Now, when Orlando Brown got in there, stuff like that, and got himself going, they ended up being fine. But, right, he was still dominating. Mm-hmm. And we were sitting here. I remember, what was it, the second game of the year? We were like, oh, man, the Chiefs look beatable. And then they win the Super Bowl.
Right. The line went down.
You know what I mean?
Like, talent is still talent.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like, Deshaun Watson coming to Cleveland, if he is on par with how he played before, that is a talented quarterback.
Yeah.
Then you got, Amari Cooper. You still got, what other receivers do they have over there? Because I know they got Njoku. Like, they have a complement of weapons for him. And they have
I just want to ask this question. Nobody say anything. Nobody make any assumptions. But everybody who drafted in fantasy, did everybody see David Njoku's pick? And we'll move on.
Oh.
And we'll move on.
Hey,
That's all I'm asking.
I drafted him in 2 leagues,
And we'll move on.
and we're gonna move on.
And this is how
You
you pivot. But I realistically, I think right, like the Browns are gonna take a nice step. I think as a whole, right, like adding a Deshaun Watson in is ridiculous. You're also getting in Amari Cooper. You've already got Nick Chubb on that team. I think the part where people miss is they're like, Deshaun Watson is going to struggle to get back into the swing of things. He's got a superstar running back.
Well, he had off season now.
He had an off season.
He's at an off season now, but even so, right? Like he didn't look great in preseason either, right? Like he didn't look great, right? And realistically, Deshaun Watson should be able to pick that apart. It's going to take him a while to get used to getting back into NFL style play and NFL style speed football. But it doesn't matter because I got a safety blanket in David Njoku. I've got a running game with Nick Chubb already in there. I've got a heck of an offensive line. I got a defense that can get the ball back into my hands. I just got to not screw this up. I can do that. I've done that my whole career. In fact, I've overcome most of the time the rest of my team being screwed up.
Yeah. Travis in here says, I can't believe y'all don't have the Ravens. Y'all have the Ravens not making the playoffs and have the Browns. One, I think Deshaun Watson in full form is a better QB than Lamar Jackson, and Lamar Jackson really still doesn't have the receivers he needs.
Nah, I think he's got the receivers. I think that's just a situation of the division that he's in.
He's just in a tough division.
Listen, Deshaun Watson's a better quarterback than Lamar Jackson hopes to be at 60%.
Right.
He just is, right? And if he gets
he's a better pocket passer.
No, he's a better quarterback.
Okay. I tried to give you away.
No, he's a better quarterback. He is better than Lamar. That's not even like if we're questioning that, like I'll sit here and debate people on that all day. He's a better quarterback than Lamar Jackson is by far. He led the league in touchdowns in a season where he didn't have an offensive line, didn't have a number one receiver, didn't have a running game, and didn't have a defense. Right?
He had D-Hop for a hot second.
He didn't have D-Hop that last year when he led the league in touch. Before everybody forgets this, before everything went to trash, right?
He didn't have anybody.
He led the league. Was it touchdowns or passing yards? One of the other.
Passing yards.
I thought he had 4,000, like 45.
Maybe it was passing yards, one or the other, right? But still up there in touchdowns. Like Deshaun Watson's elite. They stripped everything away from Deshaun Watson.
I don't know why people sit there and say this, but do y'all realize that Deshaun Watson has been sacked 194 times in his career?
Most of that is first season too.
His first season,
his first season.
Most of that, no, his first season, 2017. He only played about half the season, but his first real season start, he got sacked 62 times.
Yeah, he had tight ends blocking.
Hey! The next season, it was 44 times. The next season, it was 49 times.
Yeah,
y'all go look at Patrick Mahomes' sacks. Y'all go look at how many times Joe Burrow's been sacked, and Joe Burrow's been sacked a lot. It ain't like this. That man still has more sacks than Joe Burrow, and he ain't played in a year and a half.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying, right? Like, I believe that Deshaun can get back to being that guy. I think that it'll be easier for him to get back. I think it'll take some time, though, but he's also got a team that'll insulate him. With Lamar, listen, Lamar and Zay Flowers are going to be elite, but for me, it just came down to who's going to –
They need another offensive. They need another OC.
Listen, it depends.
They need another OC.
If OBJ's your two, you're not doing that.
They need another OC.
Yeah, we don't know what the OC is going to do. This is a new OC because they got rid of Gabriel.
Yeah. So I'm just saying, I'm saying that that's what I'm saying. They needed a new OC. That's what I'm trying to say.
So I just yes, right now I have the Browns making it over the Ravens, but it's more of a situation of it's not that I think the Browns will be bad. Or I'm sorry, it's not the fact that I think the Ravens will be bad. You look at that division last year, the Browns technically could have snuck into the playoffs if they get 3 more wins.
But it's not even bad to say the Browns will beat them anyway because they just have the better team.
I don't know.
The Browns defense is better than the Ravens defense.
Nah.
On paper, it is. On paper, it definitely is.
Yeah, I guess so. They have a better pass rush.
We gotta see what it looks like on the
field.
They have
a better pass rush. I think the Ravens probably have a better linebacking crew now, especially adding Roquan to that crew.
I forgot about Roquan.
So there is that. The Ravens got a nice team. But I think that'll be a situation where we're talking about the Bengals winning the division with 11 wins. The Ravens maybe have 9 wins, and the Browns have 10.
Well, I think the fact is that the NFC South, depending on how the seasons aligned, there's not a lot of wins coming out of one of those divisions.
Yeah, that's true.
So there might be 4 teams.
Do you think we get a? Do you think we get a 3 out of 1?
You're not gonna diss my man, Derek Carr. No, Derek Carr is gonna put up some numbers.
No,
Derek Carr is gonna get them some wins.
Hey,
Derek Carr is gonna get them to
Do
the
I need to
playoffs.
put up my graphic?
Derek Carr is gonna get them there, buddy.
Do I need to put up my graphic again?
I'm just joking.
I
Having
said
fun
the
with
Saints will come out of the South.
Hey,
The rest of them are not. that
Saints
great.
are going to the Super Bowl.
Hey,
I'm just joking.
Be careful there. Be careful.
I'm just joking, bro. I'm
trying
just
to
joking.
say
I'm just joking.
Did you say the
Christ,
South
give
will
you a
rise again? What was that, Joe?
Okay, Harrison.
Wow.
Yeah.
Booyah! I got nervous there, dog. I was like, wait a minute, Joe. Hold on now. Nah, to me,
Everybody get their chairs. Everybody get their chairs.
Yo, the story that I have for tomorrow, because tomorrow Freestyle Friday, make sure y'all tune in.
Oh,
Friday
I
where
know
we
where
get to
you
talk
going
about
with it.
everything. Bro, the story I have for tomorrow, bro. First off, I hate that the first part of the story happens in Illinois, but the second part is the best thing ever. We'll talk about that tomorrow too. But
Let's be careful what we say. I live in Indiana.
I mean, it was the Illinois story, which is wild. It was closer to me than any of y'all.
Nah, some of those people live in Indiana. They just go.
Oh,
to
they
Illinois.
travel.
And they
It was
just
a
go to
travel thing.
Illinois.
It was a
Yeah,
travel thing.
yeah.
Hey, man, keep that thing on you. Hey, we appreciate you guys for tuning in and rocking with us. Hit that like button. Subscribe to the page if you haven't done so. Here's a part that I do want to get into, though. I want to talk about what we think is realistic for this Bears team this season. And I wanted to do this one last time before the season starts. What we got?
I thought we were gonna go to the Bears and Packers.
Oh, you want preview first? We do
Yeah.
preview first? All right, we'll do the
'Cause
preview
then
first.
we'll go through the season after.
Oh, I see what you're saying. All right. Joel's making good points here. I'm not wrong.
Transition.
Hey, let him
It's
super produce the way he super produced.
It's a good transition.
From now on, that's how you super produce.
So we're gonna go Bears Packers preview first, and then we'll go into kind of what we think the season as a whole is going to be. That's the wrong one. I don't know if you, Joel. I don't know if you know this or not, but give it a second. Give it a second. Hold on.
Let's see what we got.
Hold it.
Although I do
Hold
want
it.
people's reaction to that, though.
Hold
We're gonna
up.
save that for later.
To what?
The top 10 super reaction. Like
We did
everybody
that live in here.
I know we did it, but I want to see everyone's reaction to it. We ended the show on that. I want to see everyone appreciate it after the fact because I went back and watched it. It was depressing, but it was so good.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Oh, thanks, man.
Like it was so.
It was a great show. But
like
it was,
we really need to give you a better like subject matter to do that with because I mean
That's all.
I told him to
That's
do.
our history.
I told him to do it after every Bears game just so people get used to his
I
voice.
felt like you needed to like therapy after that.
yeah.
That's how bad. Do I have that other graphic that just showed?
that was a tough time for you.
It was like Sid Luckman 14,000, and then
Jay Cutler 22,000.
30,000.
Yeah.
And it was like Peyton. Drew.
Harlan said, "Don't start that. I'm in a good mood."
I love it.
Oh,
That's just an
man.
indictment, man.
Let's jump into this though. We got Bears Packers on Sunday. I wanted to do the prediction today one because we all in person. So Pat, Green Bay is sitting on your head. Relax there, Jay Crit. Don't get fried out here. I like
Relax.
it.
They
You're
are
an
sitting on
elder.
your head, though.
You're an elder.
They are sitting on your head. He's not lying though.
So
he's not lying though. They are sitting on your head.
But
See,
no.
I told y'all he was the ops. Anyway, get back to it.
First off, out of anybody that's done supporting or not supporting a Bears players here, who's the ops?
Oh, I definitely wore.
Oh, exactly.
I
You know
definitely
what
wore
mean?
Aaron Rodgers' jersey to a Super Bowl party.
You're a wild boy. But no, I think that listen, we got an interesting matchup coming up here where, to me, right, and me and Kid have both talked about this. I think that there are certain things that are important in this game. Some updates to this game. We know that Nate Davis did not practice today. Another personal day. I don't know what Nate's going through, what Nate is dealing with right now. The video was out there of Matt Eberflus basically coming up. It seems like Nate is going through, I don't know if he's going through something mentally or what's going on with him. It does seem like he's going through something. Or at least just how you look at somebody and you can tell like you got something on your mind. But at the end of the day, he's still going to play on Sunday. We still haven't seen him practice with this team.
I thought you said he was at practice.
He was at practice. He did not practice.
Oh, okay. All right.
And it was due to a personal reason, right? So I don't know what the situation is there. Concern on the offensive line. On the flip side of that, the part that makes you feel good, Eddie Jackson was a full go today. Jaquan Brisker was a full go today. Who am I missing here? Dylan Cole didn't go from your linebacking core. But hold
Are they
on.
going to take the questionable thing off my fantasy team now?
So people that were full go: Jaquan Brisker full go, Eddie Jackson full go, DeMarcus Walker also a full go. All of these guys were limited yesterday. Nate Davis practiced yesterday, did not practice today. Again, I don't know what the situation is there. Mercedes Lewis did not practice today, but per Courtney Cronin, he was on a bike the entire time. So I think that you kind of can feel okay about him. I think they just, he's 39 years old, guys. Yeah, you're giving him a day. You're giving him a day. You know what I mean? But on the flip side of that, the Packers are having wide receiver issues.
Facts.
Romeo Doubs was back at practice today, but Christian Watson, who I think most of us think is their number one option, was out. Where we feeling on this Bears-Packers game right now? You got Jordan Love coming in, no number one option. David Bakhtiari was also out, but according to Rob Domofsky, who we had on today's Chicago Bears podcast, David Bakhtiari does not practice.
This should be barbecue.
He literally
chicken.
said that.
This should be barbecue chicken. They need to come out and this is I've been saying this all off season.
Mm-hmm.
They need to make a statement week 1 and it's over. Like y'all gotta. It should be our turn to basically dominate this division.
Yeah, should be.
It should be. I mean, we have
should me and him switch spots because I can hear the tone in his voice.
Oh, you think I'm gonna bring
that the Oppie is coming, right?
Gotta have some parody to the show. Should be.
Mad Oppie outside.
But we gonna find. Screw you. It should be. We really should dominate this team. But for some odd reason, I feel like it's going to be closer than we think.
I think Vegas thinks it's going to be closer than we think. Bears
as long as Vegas says it's going to be close.
Bears only a 1.5 point favorite. I mean, 1.5 point favorite. Like you can pick the over, and Muzz will feel fine about it. No, I will say this. I think one of two outcomes is going to happen. Both outcomes, I do believe the Bears will win. So that's where I stand on this. I have the Bears winning week 1. Now, listen, this could all be blown up immediately the second that Jordan Love throws a Hail Mary on the first play to Christian Watson, and we're in a different situation. But I think without his number one, he's going to be a lot more limited. Of course, you have the run game to rely on. That offensive line really good at pass blocking and run blocking. I think that's going to be more of the Bears' issue throughout the day. But I believe that week 1, there's going to be a very close game where Justin Fields performs similar to what he did last season. We're not going to be left satisfied with what we see, but the Bears still come out with a win because at the end of the day, they have better talent this season. Option 2 is we win this game 42-7.
I don't see that happening.
I think that
I don't see that
there is a chance that this team is so comfortable. And I've seen the comfortability with just like, hey, we got to do this. Let's go do it. We'll get the job done. Boom, we're gonna make. I've seen it at practice. I've seen it at training camp. I've seen like they are comfortable. They like literally as they go through every single day, every single practice, it felt like we got to do this because we got to get our body in motion. We talked to Justin Fields after the game. I'm thinking, right, he has a tough day. I'm thinking he's going to have these struggles, these issues, blah, blah, blah. He comes out and he's like, yeah, we had installed some new concepts. That's why it looked like that today. Don't worry about it. Now, this just might be the vibe of Justin Fields, right? But when I see a quarterback that calm, I tend to believe a little bit more in the QB because I've seen the quarterbacks when the panic is there. And when the panic is there, oh, that's a different QB. When the panic is there, what's going on back here?
Don't worry about it.
just keep talking. Just keep talking. When the panic is there, right? That's Mitch Trubisky saying, we just need to turn some of these TVs off up in here. And he's pointing at the TVs. And you're like, who told you that? Like, why are you regurgitating what somebody basically told you? Like, when the panic is that, like, so the fact that Justin Fields is coming out and he's just like, hey, listen, I know it's on me. I got to do my job. I got to make plays. He's not putting it on anybody else. He's not taking any excuses. He's not even taking anything that happened last season and saying, this is the reason that this happened. He's basically just like, it's on us. That calmness is something that I see from the Drew Breeses, the Tom Brady's, heck, I'll even give you Ryan Fitzpatrick at times, right? When he was out there winning 7 games a year, but he was leading them 7 games, the other 7, it was tough. But I see that exuding off of him, and it makes me feel like maybe on Sunday y'all got more in store for us than we expected. The logical answer is the close game. And I also will say this. I just don't believe in Jordan Love. I don't.
That's the part that scares me.
It doesn't scare me.
You want to know why it scares me? I don't think he's going to be nearly as bad as we think.
I don't think he's bad. I think he's okay.
I don't think he's going to be nearly as incompetent as we think he is. And at the same time, you know one thing I know he can do? I do believe he can read a defense. I do believe he can do that. I do believe he can make that adjustment.
What is telling you that, though? The one start that he had where he literally threw pick after pick because he was scared to death by the pressure that was around him?
What tells me that is really the organization he's with. They have been really good at developing QBs.
Listen,
he's had a pedigree. They've had a pedigree. Listen, we can do their top 10, and there's 2 guys that's going to be on that list for the last 30 years.
It's only 2.
Right? It's only 2.
There's only 2. After that, you get you get
2.
quickly to your old head.
So hear me out. Jordan Love may not have been the Aaron Rodgers to their Brett Favre. But I do believe when you have that much time, you do learn something. And Aaron has spoken very highly of Jordan Love.
Didn't help Kyle Trask.
What Tom Brady did help Kyle Trask.
Listen,
Tom Brady was.
No, I'm not blaming Tom.
Hey, Tom
I'm not
Brady
blaming Tom.
Tom Brady was like, I got Giselle to worry about. I'm not worried about you.
I'm not blaming Tom. You gonna put this on Tom? Come on now.
Hey, Tom was just like, hey, listen, kid, this is just about me right now. You need to get in where you fit in. I'm sorry. Like that's what Tom did right there. But I say,
talking to me right now?
I said, do you know who I am? Get the bags. What are you doing anyway? Like, I do believe, I really do believe he's going to be better than we think he is. Like, we expect him to go out there and look like Trey Lance. I don't think he's gonna look like Trey Lance. He shouldn't look like Trey Lance.
Well, he should. He's been there for 3 years.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So,
And because we haven't seen a huge sample size of it, I think the underestimation of him is so high. That's why I'm not there. So I think we underestimate Jordan Love and we overrate Justin Fields right now until we see it. And we got to see it for that to even out.
But
Jordan,
see, I think the difference is what it is that Aaron Rodgers is a supreme talent. They didn't necessarily have a great defense last year. They have an average receiving core. They already lost. I mean, Christian Watson is an improvement, right, from having pretty much nothing. And I think Devontae Adams left, right?
Devontae Adams left, yeah.
So the difference would be the moxie of does Jordan Love have the killer instinct to really – he might have the talent to execute, but I don't know if he overcompensates. He might, like you said, you need him to be just good enough, and he might be okay because he's still –
That's my hope.
Huh?
That's my hope.
Right. But I think that they do take a step back because he can't overcompensate for the deficiencies, I think, as he's still learning and finally getting into his own as the leader of that team.
To me, if you're a Bears fan, you should hope that Jordan Love is what's a good comparison? You should hope that Jordan Love is Kirk Cousins.
Yeah.
no.
Oh, yeah. You should hope that Jordan, because Kirk Cousins is too good. He's too good for you to get rid of.
What year, Kirk Cousins?
And any year, Kirk Cousins.
No.
Kirk Cousins was still good in Washington.
No.
He's good
Pick
enough.
another QB.
No.
You it's not even about me liking
No,
Kirk
you want to
Cousins.
know
You want
why?
Jay
You want to know
Cutler.
why? Because
Kirk Cousins.
no, because they'll get rid of a Jay Cutler.
No, he didn't.
No, the Bears didn't. The Packers will get rid of a
Longest
Jay
tenured
Cutler.
quarterback.
The Packers will get rid of a Jay Cutler. You want Jordan Love to be good enough where they got to look at this man and be like, are we gonna try and go get another quarterback?
Yeah.
We can't. He put up 4,000 yards and 29 touchdowns.
Fam,
What did he do in the first round?
I
He got
just-
eliminated.
I just think that the pressure.
What's the furthest Kirk been?
Look, with the pressure.
Second round?
Second round.
The pressure is more on the Bears to win. It is
Lost
the
to
Packers.
Forgot we lost it.
Tampa.
I don't want him to be like, listen, hear me out. Because I know people are like, hey, I'm praising Jordan Love too much. And then I like Kirk Cousins too much. Kirk Cousins is just better than y'all give him credit for. Like Kirk Cousins is a good QB. Say
Okay.
that you want him to be Ryan Fitzpatrick.
No. I
No,
want
because he's
because
so up and down.
because they'll
Ryan Fitzpatrick was 7 games and then 7 games off.
Uh-huh.
And guess what?
Fitzmagic is-
7 games on.
let
Let's
me-
say they go 7-0. That means we know they're
You
gonna
know-
I don't
fail
want
the
no
rest of the
Jordan
way.
Love
You know
I'm
why-
cool with that.
You know why I don't want him to be Ryan Fitzpatrick?
why?
How many teams Ryan Fitzpatrick play for?
17.
Exactly. That's why I don't want him to be that. I want the Packers to have to hold on to him, and he's just not better than Justin Fields, and he's out there just going through it. Because here's the thing: at the end of the day, no matter what, and this is where Bears fans I think get it twisted. This is where most fans get it twisted to me. It has nothing to Aaron Rodgers didn't stop the Bears.
Oh,
Aaron Rodgers didn't stop the Bears.
It was all in the mind.
No. Aaron Rodgers didn't stop the Bears. You want to know why?
Oh yeah, we still could have made the playoffs.
How many times has Aaron Rodgers played the Bears?
Just twice.
2 times.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Aaron Rodgers didn't stop the Bears. You know what stopped the Bears?
The Bears.
The Bears.
Tell us, Pat.
The Bears. The quarterback play, the poor
quarterback
wide
play.
receiver, the poor offensive lines, the run games that are in and out. Like Aaron Rodgers, between Aaron Rodgers and Brett Favre, for as elite as they are, and how much they beat the Bears, they had 2 rings between them.
Time out. Hold on. Wait.
They didn't stop the Bears.
How many times did the Bears 1 or 2 games out the playoffs? Because
Very rarely.
So
And not
last
many that
year,
the
Lovey-
Packers were ahead of us. Maybe no, because the last year of Lovey, well, no, we
They went
did end up.
10-6.
But even then, right? Even then, take that into account. Last year of Lovey, the Bears took a nosedive. We started off that season what? 7-1, 8-1.
but how many
Is that what-
times
I
did you
can't
lose to the
remember. That
Packers?
was- Say what?
You lost to the Packers one time that allowed them to get into the playoffs.
That was
Yeah,
the 2010 one.
That
they
was a
let 'em
direct
in.
loss.
They let them in and figure, oh, we'll beat them in the
Yeah,
playoffs.
and
then
got
they
their
lost.
got
smacked.
their butts kicked. Well, we didn't get smacked, but we got beat. We definitely got beat. And that's what I say. It's 2 times. Again, yes, it's a double loss. It's a problem. But if you beat the Vikings, if you beat the Lions, which was easy to do over our history, we're not sitting here talking about this elite history of Vikings and Lions football, y'all. You're 4-2 in the division at worst.
Tell you what,
We now have 17. You had 16 more games.
So let's just do this. What's your prediction? Your firm
Right.
prediction.
right? So everybody, you gotta
Bears win. My prediction for sure is Bears win. I got the Bears winning week 1.
I do too. So all 3 of us think Bears.
I
week
got
one.
Packers winning.
Of course you
Of
do.
course you do.
Of course you do. That
Yeah,
makes
Packers
sense.
win.
Of course you do.
I love it.
I don't even know if I don't know if he believes it or if it's for the
It's
storyline.
just for
One
the
or the other.
storyline.
Of course it
For the
is. All right, like-
So let's move
Hey,
on.
I told y'all it's Mad Oppie outside.
It's
Let's run
Mad-
through the schedule. Let's run through the
There's
schedule.
one. Now here number
Week
2.
1. Week 2. I got a Bears win versus the Buccaneers.
I got a Bears win versus the Buccaneers.
Yeah,
I don't believe in
Baker Mayfield.
Baker Mayfield enough to stop us. I do think that he'll be better than people think he is down
I
there.
think Baker finna go out there and throw a bunch of picks.
you think he's Jameis Winston
He
in
about
this
to
one?
be Jameis Winston like a mug out there.
He's feeling dangerous.
My man finna be 33-30.
I
out there.
got Bears winning week 2. Yeah, 2-0.
All right, so we're moving on to week 3, and that is
This is where I'm
Kansas
not
City
a op.
Chiefs.
I love this.
This is where I'm not a op. No Kelsey, I got a Bears win, baby. No Kelsey, I got a Bears win.
I
you still got Mahomes.
I'm
I'm
still
not-
Hey, listen.
That
I
defense
just
is not
look,
ready yet.
look. They might not have Chris Jones. They might not have Travis Kelce, but you want to know what they got? Pat Mahomes. I got them winning tonight, and they don't have neither of them versus the Lions team that's supposed to be the number 1 offense basically coming into this thing.
I don't have them beating the Lions right now.
Oh, I do.
I don't.
Jared Goff ain't never been in that stadium.
I don't think.
Bro,
they're gonna
that's not a stadium you want to play your first game and it's banner night.
No.
And it's banner night.
No.
I think
dog.
we're heading towards an absolute Lions fans coming in excited and their season getting a gut punch.
I remember the caveat was, or the caveat was if Kelsey is not there.
Hey, listen.
If you take away his number 1 target, I think he's going to struggle mightily. I've already been on record saying I think that this is not the year that they make it far in the playoffs.
And they don't have the defense.
And they don't have the
Chris
same
Jones.
defensive presence.
Hey.
Guess what? This is the year they struggle. I'm expecting them not to have Chris Jones. I'm expecting them not to have Kelsey. Well, if they don't have Kelsey, he's going to struggle. And so I think,
Kelsey dealing with a hamstring injury for
Knee.
Kelsey?
hyperextended knee.
but they
He
think
might
it
not
might
be
be a
there.
bruise.
He might not be there.
Hey, y'all want to know who is there though?
His number 2, who's backup.
No, I ain't worried about that. Andy Reid's there. Andy Reid is literally one of the smartest offensive minds in football.
Yeah, but you can only go as far as your talent can take you.
I've seen Andy Reid take some mediocre talents in places.
I feel you.
And he didn't have Pat Mahomes standing back there to do that.
My thing is it's still a cover 2 defense, and that defense typically beats bad quarterbacks. And if Mahomes is still Mahomes, if he's doing some extra trick stuff, and that defense our defense to me is not necessarily ready as a top 10 defense.
No.
It probably is 15, and we need Justin Fields to kind of overcompensate with some of his athleticism, and hopefully he's able to actually, matriculate the ball down the field.
Matriculate. I like that word. Good word there, Joel. Super producer Joe Holt on that one. So I got Bears 2-1.
Wait. Spell
it. Spell it.
MET triculate.
But you said the T. You said the T. You still spelled it wrong by spelling it wrong. Don't worry about it. On to the next one.
All right. So next up, week 4.
What's that week 4 matchup here?
The Broncos.
This is a tough one for me. It kind of depends on what type of rust we getting.
I think
if we get the Sean Payton shoe without rust, and he come in looking real dangerous.
The Broncos might be. I mean, that's their home though.
Dangerous.
I hate you so much.
Hey, it was good. It was good timing right there.
Is gross.
Dangerous. I got
a loss here. I've got Bears 2-2. I've got the Bears. To me, I think that Sean Payton by week 4 of this season, with how hard he's frying Russ every step of the way, I think Russ finally gets himself in order. So I got 2-2 right now. Broncos win.
Yeah, again,
I got a Broncos win.
Unless we have excellent talent.
That'd be great though. You got us 3-1 right now, basically. Oh no, you got us lose to the Packers. So yeah, you got us 2-2.
I mean, listen, things said in jest. Things said in jest. I'm not going against the home team.
Yeah,
Come on.
You already said it.
You were
already
proud
said
of that.
No,
So
I said
it's
we were going
down.
to split the matchup.
It's
I said we were going to split the
It's written
matchup.
down. It's written down.
Okay. Oh, hold on. Y'all pick up which game we going to lose. We going to lose one of these games to Green Bay. Which one y'all want to lose? Y'all want to lose the opening one or the ending one?
I don't believe
we don't
so.
know. They might actually get better because this team might be the dark horse that wins the NFC North.
I think we're going to split with Green Bay because that's just what it's been.
How? There's nothing proving that. I don't see Green Bay really they defensively dominant.
The thing for Green
Bay, they have a better run game.
Line.
They have a better run game than we do,
that running game is 1 year older than what it was before, and so
that running game is older.
They're the same running backs now. Christian Watson
was he 20, 29, 30, something like that for AJ Dillon?
Yeah, like for
Aaron Jones, I think Aaron Jones is 29.
And AJ Dillon. Right?
AJ Dillon, I think, is the younger.
Me saying we're going to split with our division rivals should not be a upset or surprise anyone. When we were 3 games last season,
this team is
we going to split.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Let's go to week 5.
Week 5 coming up is it's a Thursday night game.
Thursday night game on a week 5 versus the Commanders. I got us winning this one. I'm not gonna lie.
What the heck is that?
That's
a W.
I don't think we lose to Sam Howell.
No,
I don't think we lose to Sam Howell.
That's a redemption game for the nonsense.
I think this is going to be another game. I think Justin does have games on this list where if he's playing well, he's going to be like, hey, I'm going to let y'all know. I'm going to get you back for everything y'all did to me. If Justin's playing well by this week, I think this one gets ugly. I got a W here.
I mean, I don't even know who's on the Commanders at this point.
They still got a nice defense. You still got Terry McLaurin.
They got a nice D line.
They got a nice D line. That's true.
Deron Payne, they re-signed that dude. Is Chase Young
Chase
back?
Young's
Is he back?
I believe he's back. I believe Chase Young is back. He came back in the last season. I don't know. I haven't paid much attention to them at all. And I know that there was some
my man just said the Commanders and Broncos are about the same. Nah,
I'm gonna give the
listen based on last season, yes, but I think that you're getting a very different Russell Wilson this season.
I think you're getting a very different Broncos team. Period.
I mean,
your head coach matters a lot.
Yeah, coaching talent. I think.
Well, Chico's not a bad coach though.
Chico's not, but he doesn't have.
Chico's not a bad coach. He doesn't have a quarterback, and he hasn't had a quarterback since he got there.
The receivers all banged up again, right? I mean, are they?
It don't
Who do
matter
they
who they
have?
Yeah, Terry
receivers are because
McLaurin.
they ain't got nobody
And
passing.
McLaurin, yeah, him.
Yeah, that's the real
Do they
thing.
even
Listen,
have a running
nobody
back?
passing.
listen,
to him.
Who's
listen.
the running back?
Listen, Sam Howell ain't the answer no
What
matter what.
happened to the kid that they gave the
Heineke?
Yeah, what happened to
He
him?
down in Carolina backing up, I believe.
Oh, he should be starting in Commander's Town.
Well,
Like, I mean,
Well, they didn't want him.
yeah, that's
They want him
that's
back.
crazy.
All
That's
right, let's
crazy.
move on to week 6.
Week 6.
Is, what we got here?
Minnesota week 6. I've got a
Minnesota.
Bears dub.
And they're here.
I think Minnesota is falling off a cliff this season. I think at best Minnesota's a 7-win team, and I believe that halfway through the season, this whole aggressive rebuild thing that they're trying to put together, they're going to say, but that means that we have to re-sign Kirk Cousins next year.
I
don't want to
this is-
re-sign Kirk
This
Cousins
is a tank
next
year
year.
for them to go ahead and
I do believe that by halfway through the season, they'll be like, we're going to tank.
This game I have us winning. I have us losing the second. I'm not gonna lie.
at home.
This is the home game, right?
No,
Yeah,
this is the
home.
away game.
No, this is home.
Oh, this is the home game?
Yeah.
I have us winning our home game
Yeah.
versus them.
Yeah, home they can beat them. Minnesota doesn't scare me.
Yeah.
Week 7 is against the Raiders, and that is home as well.
Dub.
Easy dub.
Dub.
Yeah.
Josh McDaniels may be fired by this week.
I hope he is.
He's dub. Jimmy Garoppolo probably will not be playing by this week.
I'll say this: I got a dub. I still think Devontae Adams goes for like 300 yards. I think Deontay Adams is gonna be like
But
but it'll be 300, no touchdowns.
no
though.
touchdowns. though.
Jalen Johnson will be on
He
it.
about to-
300, no touchdowns. Josh Jacobs got 7 touchdowns on the
He
day.
about to do it like what's buddy name?
AJ Brown.
No, with Matt Ryan.
Oh, Julio Jones.
Julio Jones. He about to have a Julio Jones game.
How many yards you got today? 197. How many touchdowns? Not a one.
None
That's
of them.
crazy.
Crazy.
Adam said trade talks by this time for sure.
All right, moving on is week 8 against the Chargers, and that is in LA.
I will put this down
That's a
as a
loss.
loss because as much as I don't believe in Justin Herbert as a championship level quarterback,
He will torch you for 400.
he will torch you for 400 yards and 3
65
touchdowns
yards,
that
yeah.
day. Yeah, listen, he will never. He's Phillip Rivers.
He's the greatest.
Can we say he's Phillip Rivers finally?
He's one of the greatest, or one of the best. Not say greatest, the best regular season QBs we have in the league.
Ooh, is he the new? Nah, he's still Phillip Rivers. I was gonna say, is he the new Peyton Manning? But Peyton for a long time was that guy, regular
He
season
was the next
dominant.
Dan Marino.
Yeah. Well, Dan got past the
win.
first round a couple of times. though.
Yeah, but my point,
He ain't even been out the first round yet.
yeah. Well, there's a
He
lot-
got to the first round, got 4 interceptions, scored 27 points in the first half, and lost.
I just think the cover 2 will tell you. I mean, the good quarterbacks typically can, if they're good and the talent's there, it's a challenge.
Joe used cover 2 like it's a crystal ball.
I'm gonna say this.
I've seen this. I'm the old guy. I've seen.
You are
this.
old.
I'm gonna say this
You
though.
are-
He's only 3 years in.
Who?
If he strings it together a little bit,
It's
he's gonna be a
it's-
dangerous
It's the
QB.
mental side of it for me, though, right? Like, there's not that consistent, right? You want Austin Eckler to
What
be
the
that
heck is that
consistent weapon.
sound?
That's the
Fridge.
fridge compressor. Don't worry
Okay.
about it. See,
I
if he was in
mean-
the studio, you know. But
Oh,
I think
okay.
Austin Eckler is supposed to be the LaDainian Tomlinson of this team, but he's not healthy like LaDainian was. So you don't end up having that to fall back on the entire season. Same thing with, like the receiving core is basically the same thing. I love Keenan Allen, but he's giving me a solid 12 games a year, 13 games a year,
I think the
and
problem
usually
is-
none of them near the playoffs.
But see, we keep thinking about this team based on like how the Bears have always been. Like we have a Michael Vick-ish, Jamar.
QB.
Like we have a really talented quarterback that can extend and make plays. Like there
Right.
might be plays not based on the scheme that they put in. It's like Justin just broke down and he ran. For,
That definitely could
all
happen.
that stuff is a factor. Like this team is a wild card because he is an actual weapon.
No, listen, we got a Justin and they got a Mac. You know what I mean? Like
Man, he's
that's
old. Nah, it's
yeah, all right. He still was
A little
dominant.
long in
Last,
the tooth.
what, how much Khalil? How many sacks Khalil get last year?
maybe like 8. which
Yeah,
is
8
respectable.
sacks, bro. That's a lot of sacks
That's
for the third
disrespectful.
dude on the defense.
That's just, that means one. That's only half the season. He got one.
Hey, you got a Mac and a Bosa on the same team. That's scary.
I have Bosa on my fantasy squad.
I bet you do.
I have both.
Which one?
Bosa brothers? Both of them.
Do you really?
Yes. One's
Gang.
the D-line.
How did we let that happen?
Mob ties.
Mob ties out there. Let's go to the next game.
Next game is against the Saints, and that is in New Orleans.
Big dubs.
Who's all going down there? There's a big group I know going down to New Orleans.
I want to, but I will be in the Dominican Republic.
What day is that?
I'm going to tell you, I'm going to be in Tampa for the Tampa Bay game, by the way. So if you want live correspondence, I'm your man.
Let's go down to the super producer Joe Holt out live at the game.
It's a hurricane.
Now
Going on. It's a hurricane going on here, folks. We got great seats.
You see the stop sign come through and just smack him.
Well, we had Joe Holt. But, what day is the Saints game?
We'll try and get back on that one.
Will you remember?
And I'll take with me the memories.
Oh, no, that's
picking
my
the
anniversary week.
Saints win or Bears they're in New Orleans.
You know what? I can't. No, I'm going. Everybody's healthy still at this point. I'm gonna say Saints get the win here.
I'm gonna put the pressure on one of my OGs.
And New Orleans is a tough place.
Depending on how things go with Jay Crit, I'm gonna rob Jay Crit, right? I'm gonna be down there for this game. He know what I'm talking about. I got you, Jay Crit. I got you.
You can't say we're not gang affiliated at the beginning and say I'm gonna rob Jay Crit halfway through the pod, bro.
He know it's a joke between me and him. He knows what I'm talking
The
about.
audience don't know that. Come on now.
Anyway,
Moving on.
I do. I got Bears taking an L here in New Orleans at New Orleans. I have the Bears losing in this one. Kid, what you got?
oh yeah, I got Bears winning now.
Bears win. What you got?
Bears 110, Saints 14.
Hey, I will say this though. Derek Carr's gonna have like 400 yards.
I don't know if
He's one of
here's
those.
the thing.
Derek Carr's gonna
he's
go
one of
off,
those.
Here's the
but he
thing.
gonna lose.
Here's the thing. I don't know if Derek Carr is going to have weapons by this week. So there's that.
Michael Thomas.
You got Michael Thomas and Alvin Kamara.
Michael Thomas ain't playing.
Oh, Kamara will be back by week 3 though.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see.
He might be out by week 4 though.
They got some guy like Sharif, somebody, and they give him some love on like 8-9 points in fantasy.
Muhammad Raheem Sharif. Is that
No,
who
it's
You
somebody
just named like half of Islam right there. What'd you just do?
It's not get canceled here.
Bean pipe? Anyways, moving on to week number 10.
That's
I
crazy.
think this is a gimme. This is against Carolina, and that's at
Week
home.
10, I think, is going to be a absolute domination because I don't think that Bryce is going to be very good. And Adam Thielen's your number one. It's tough to win with.
Matter of fact, we're going to make a draft watch all season,
Bro.
Oh yeah, no, there's going to be a draft watch all season.
Draft watch all
This
season.
is going to be a defining game. I want y'all to understand this. I want y'all to really hear me in this chat. We don't think Bryce is going to be good. He's too small. I think he's going to get hurt.
I don't know about
But
that.
I think he's going to get
I
hurt.
don't think he's going to get hurt.
That dude
He
is
might get hurt.
he's
That line didn't
freakishly
look good.
small.
I mean, he got weren't they on they were on Hard Knocks, weren't they?
Yes.
They were
For the
like they
preseason, I
counted
think.
10 sacks in the practice.
Oh yeah,
Bro.
They
Oh, yeah.
counted
Oh,
10
yeah.
Bro.
sacks.
Oh, yeah.
So I have this as a dub for us, but I want y'all to understand. If Bryce Young tears up the Bears and Justin Fields struggles, the narrative behind that game is going to be loud. Y'all can say whatever y'all want to say.
but
The
that's
chat can say whatever y'all want to say. I know y'all.
What if Justin dominates for 9 weeks and this is the one game?
That's a big
Like that's
if.
like that. I mean,
I don't think he's going to die.
the big if is that a rookie quarterback is going to come in and by week 10 he's going to be elite.
If the defense is not right, well, week 10 he's had a while to kind of.
By week 10, he's figured some things out.
Yeah, I
Did he figure out how the rest of the team is going to get better?
I mean,
Because this team still sucks.
the dog.
Like, listen,
Hey.
and they don't want to pay Brian Burns.
I'm with you. I'm with you. But every last one of y'all know it's going to be a really bad look if that team looks good because of him.
How they're not? They don't have anybody.
And this is week 10. What month is this in?
That's December.
That
Oh
is-
no, that's end of November.
9th.
Oh, we might have snow by then.
November 9th.
No, it's still nice.
It can't be November 9th because the Saints game's November 5th.
This is the week
Against
after.
Carolina, November 9th. The Saints is November 5th.
It's Thursday.
It's a
Thursday
Thursday night
game.
game. It's a
It's
Thursday night game.
So that's a Sunday night game, and then we play Thursday.
So the Saints is
We got a short week.
So Saints is Sunday night.
Saints is week 9.
Sunday, November 5th.
Yeah, Saints
Saints is week 9. Okay,
Yeah.
my bad.
Yeah.
Don't question the super producer. He's got a list.
What the heck was that?
Moving on, we got week number 11 against the Lions.
I think we lose this.
Is this our first matchup against
This
them?
our first
is the
matchup
first one.
against them. I think we lose this one.
I think we
that
win
one,
this one.
I can see us
In
losing.
Detroit. This is
Yeah.
in Detroit.
Oh, no.
And that's why.
We win our home games.
Yeah, this
That's
is
what
in
I think.
Detroit.
This is in Detroit. So I think
I
we
think we
lose.
lose this.
Yeah. We got next is I think it's a Monday night game against the Vikings.
That's a dub.
And that's at Minnesota.
That's still a dub. I got a sweep in the Vikings. I got a sweep in the Packers.
I'm sticking with my split. We win our home games.
All right, moving on. We got the bye week next week after that.
Thank God.
And then
Hey, we won the bye week, boys.
we won
Hey,
the bye week.
easy dub.
Oh, that was cute. I like that.
Easy
I
dub.
like that.
Easy
The bye
dub.
week came through. That was
Week
cute.
14 is again Detroit, but now that's
We win
home
this one.
game. And then
This is in Chicago. I got us winning this one. Coming off of the bye week, we've seen what they probably did to us. Don't mean that they kill us in Detroit, but that we've seen what they've done to us in the first game. We'll be able to bounce back after a bye week. I have us winning.
Hey, dog, you got them winning the division. So at this point, ain't no way in the world you think they just gonna roll over both times.
I said we lose the first one.
No, you said we sweep. You said we sweep.
No, we don't
you said
sweep Detroit. I said we
Minnesota.
split Detroit.
Yeah, you're
We
right.
sweep
You're right.
Minnesota.
You're right.
Minnesota's gonna be
You're right.
terrible.
You're right.
Minnesota's gonna be literal doo-doo water.
next is
I hope you're right, dog.
Cleveland. It's a to be determined game.
I don't want Justin to play that game. That's a joke. Don't worry about
I think.
No, I
that-
do. Because that's when
Why is he getting a massage before the game or something?
it.
You know, him and Deshaun work out together.
Whoa! Wait a
They
minute
do.
there.
They do. They do. They work out together.
I got us losing that game.
I believe I do too. I think I have us losing to the Browns as well.
Let's see.
I think that the Browns are going to be really freaking good this year. So I got us losing to the Browns as well.
Yeah, they're gonna be a problem.
Hey, wait. I want to see the chat. I want to see somebody say, no, they're gonna win.
Nah, the chat. I think the chat has a general consensus.
I wanna see the chat.
Hunt. Now our Hunt. It doesn't mean I got us getting blown out. I do think that Justin will be able to go in there and do some nice things because I think that the front line is where they're going to be the best, which means that DJ Moore should be able to cook. But I do think that they're going
It'd
to
be
lose. This
people in the chat. No, we're gonna go.
I was wondering
17
what you
and
were
no.
doing there. You were holding
No,
like the,
yes, we are. We're going to win every game, even against people who are way better than us. Yes, Justin Fields is better than Deshaun Watson. No, the heck he ain't.
He's a good
our
quarterback.
Hunt's wilding in the chat, by the way. Let's go on to the next game.
It was, against Arizona. Sunday.
Dub. Then they got to come here. Dub.
That's easy.
They got to come here in December
Are we talking about these guys?
at 3:25.
Kyler might not even.
They
play
said
this
no,
season.
Kyler. They literally said Kyler might be back for this
Why?
one. I don't know, but this might be the game where he comes back. Well, mostly because we want to put something of Kyler on tape to trade him away, probably.
You know, this is
Or
why,
you just hate Kyler, so you want to put him out there to punish him.
this is why we don't let Jordan back in every day. He says they'll beat the Browns. There, I said it. That's why you only come on Mondays, dog.
That's why he couldn't get in the draft. hey, Joel had that set up where Jordan could not get in that Breeze draft to save his
tried,
life.
Man, I gave him the laptop.
You did that man dirty.
I gave him everything. The Wi-Fi. All of
Hey, Mike Davidson said Kyler said the same thing. Why?
Why am I here right now? Like,
Hey, what we got next week there, Joel?
Next week is week 17 against Atlanta. That is a Sunday at 12 o'clock game.
I got the Bears winning this one in Chicago.
My man, my guy,
You will get to see your boy
my
Bijan.
boy Bijan.
Yeah.
I'm going to sit.
By this time, by the way, Roshan Johnson will be the starting running back. That happened like 12 weeks ago,
Right.
in my mind. And yeah, he will be having a better season than Bijan.
I have to say this.
with less games.
I really want to see. First of all, who's that QB?
Desmond Ritter.
Desmond Ritter, yeah. I thought they had to. Hey, did y'all know Josh Dobbs is still in the NFL?
Yeah,
Who?
Bro,
he's actually pretty young too.
bro, Josh Dobbs looks 106 always. Bro, he looked like he got that Benjamin
Ain't
Button.
he in late 20s?
He like 28, 29, something like that. But he
crazy
looked like he
how
got
that
that
went.
Benjamin Button. Anyway,
Depending on how Bijan looked, That might be an interesting game. I'm
He
not
might
saying
be hurt. He might not even be here because
He gonna get-
stack.
He's
done by
gonna
week 10.
he's gonna have
he
whatchamacallit,
gonna have a lot of miles on him.
hey, he gonna have what's up boy Jonathan Taylor
gonna-
life.
Yeah,
1,800 yards that first year, boy.
fell off like a rock.
Hey, if he is who they say he is, he might be the first person to crack 1,800 yards
Nah, he ain't
in
gonna
what
crack
over
2,000.
500 yards for set. What's the record?
You got to have somebody throw you the football for you to get that.
What?
And the line.
Timeout. I ain't saying he got to throw far. It's gonna be a lot of checkdowns.
A lot of checkdowns.
A lot of
A
checkdowns.
lot of screen passes.
And last is at Green Bay on the road.
Duh. I think the Bears sweep the Packers too. I got the Bears sweeping Packers. I got the Bears sweeping the Vikings. I got us splitting with the Lions, 5-1 in the division. I don't even know what Joel. What record do I have? I wasn't keeping it in my head no more.
You know, at first I was like tallying everything.
Did you
but
not?
I got tired because I was too busy trying to orchestrate all this stuff. So
All
I have
right,
enough
now I
on my
got-
plate to do.
Now I got to go back and look through here. Jeez, Joel. I was trusting you there because I
I
saw
actually
you
started
tallying.
marking them, but I was like, because this thing was taking forever to render, so I was like, forget it.
All right, speed.
Stuff
We're gonna
out.
speed through this.
As a review.
That's a review,
As
right?
a
Like-
review, Pat has the Packers as a dub.
I
Bucks
got
as a
us-
dub.
I got us 5-1 here, so it should be that bad. Hold on, let me sit here. Good Lord, Joel. Just you know what?
How about this? We you have us winning a lot of games. How about that?
I want to.
If you got us 5-1 in the
here's-
division, you got us
here's
winning a lot of
I
games.
got us winning a good chunk. But I want us to have our records on
Baki said
record?
you got them at 11-5.
Ooh,
Well, you missed
do
one.
I really?
I told you. I said that this is like an 11-5 on the high end.
Hey, I might be wrong on that. I ain't gonna lie to you. But that's why I wanted to do this because I wanted it to go off of the feel, off of the vibe that I had before the season.
No, it's
That's why I wanted to do
11-6.
it like this.
Why is that
Is it
math not
11-6?
It got to be 11.
It would have to be
11
11-6. So right now I got us 1-0, 2-0, 2-1, 2-2, 3-2, 4-2, 5-2. Dang it, I do. 5-3, 5-4. No, because I have us losing to the Saints. 6-4, 6-5, 7-5, 8-5, 8-6, 9-6, 10. I got us 11-6.
Yes,
I don't know about that one.
I don't know
I
about that
was
one.
saying-
dog.
But it's off vibe. Listen, that's why I said I wanted to do this where I just go through the schedule because it's off of the vibe of how this team. Like realistically, in my mind, I expect this team to be a
I got us
9
9-8.
to 8 win team.
I got us 9-8.
You got us 9-8. I'm not surprised by that. What do you got us, Joe?
I'm going with the 11-6 because I always said that on the high end, like 11 wins, I'm looking at that 9 or 10 kind of season. This to me, they're going to make the playoffs.
Yeah.
I don't think they're contending for a championship. I just think they can actually get into the playoffs.
Hey man, well, there's our prediction for the year. I got us 11-6. Joel has us 11-6. I don't feel good about the 11-6 either. Like it feels dirty. It feels like a dirty 11-6. But I'll take a dirty 11-6 as long as it's not a dirty 6-9. But
It's not
throw the pettiest man.
it's not unfeasible though. Like it's not it's not
Listen,
an
I
unreasonable
told
11-6.
y'all this, bro. The NFC is not good.
But we have.
I don't even think it's the NFC.
But we also have a quarterback. I think that can win a couple of games by himself, not predicated just on the system.
I don't think it's the NFC though. I think it's everyone else
The
we
NFC
play.
is not good. Though.
We play Atlanta. We play the Cardinals.
We have the NFC South, right?
Before, yeah.
So
play-
that's automatic.
Listen.
Atlanta's gonna be scrubs.
Before we
Cardinals
get
gonna be
before we
scrubs.
get out of here, I'm gonna
Panthers
just
might be scrubs.
before we get out of here, I just want you to say good or bad. I'm gonna run through these teams real quick. NFC East, Cowboys.
Mid.
Good.
Mid.
8-9. 8-9 is bad. 9-8 is good. Cowboys.
Good. I mean,
Good. Good.
Giants.
they're average.
They mid, baby.
Right.
Why you give me
Both
good or bad? Why can't I have mid?
All right. Yeah, throw mid in there. Y'all got to change the rules out here. Eagles.
Good.
Great.
Great team.
Great.
Commanders.
Bad.
That's a bad team.
Cardinals.
Bad.
That's a bad team.
Rams.
That's a mid team.
49ers.
It's a good team.
Good
Seahawks.
It's a good team.
Bears.
Good team.
It's a mid team.
Lions.
That's a good team.
Good team.
Packers.
That's a mid
Bad
team.
team.
Vikings.
Bad
It's a
team.
mid team.
Falcons.
I'm gonna put the mid. I'm
It's a
sorry.
bad
Packers
team.
mid. Bad.
Panthers.
Real bad.
Saints.
Mid.
Mid.
Buccaneers.
That's
Man,
a bad
you
team.
don't feel good about hat. Like you feel y'all said good to 1,
No, we didn't say
2.
We said good to 2, great to 1.
3. So you don't feel good about the division, the NFC North or NFC conference as a whole. So that's why you can win it. Or that's why you can compete in it, I should say.
Yeah.
Somebody said suckety suck. Chris said suckety suck.
Hey man, football is officially about to kick off in a few.
Hey man, we got to get out of here, man. We appreciate you guys for tuning in because we got to watch this football game, but we appreciate you guys for showing support. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page. We do talk Chicago sports daily on this channel. It's the only channel talk Chicago sports. How Chicago talk for the pettiest man alive, Mr. P Kid, and the super producer, Joel Holt. It's your boy Pat the Designer back at it again. Y'all stay safe out there, Chicago. One love. Peace.